So in regards to tone and how to talk on the phone, if a guy is yelling at you, you obviously don't mirror and yell back. Okay? Despite what you may have heard Greg Hughes do on the phone, you're not going to get anywhere by yelling at them.
Right.
But if a guy, there's a difference. It's trying to reason with them is what you're trying to do. You know, there's a way to sound strong and to sound confident and to reason with a guy who's being a fucking baby on the phone. You know, these guys, car guys, they're A-type personalities, and a lot of these guys are just little babies. You know, they're little whiners. You know, they're really, a lot of them really negative people. You know, and you have to be able to overcome that without making them seem small. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If a guy is saying, "Man, I just don't have time. I don't have time," do me a favor.
Do we push for that demo though first, or?
Okay, so do you understand what I'm saying there about the email thing? Okay, you want to, you're reasoning with the guy. You're getting, a guy who's being aggressive, not interested, blah 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 blah. You just have to reason with them. Man, I understand you're busy. I get it. Let me send this to you right now. What's your email? And there's a difference in how I'm saying that and versus can I send you an email? What's the difference is in my tone. It's the strength that I'm saying this to the guy. I'm not asking for his permission. I'm basically telling him, give me your email. I'm going to send this to you. Look at this thing. Okay? Without actually saying those words.
Hey Rex.
Yeah, Brady.
Just real quick, do we do the demo though? I mean, at what point do we transition from trying to push the demo and trying to push the email? Like, do we do the demo first?
Somebody who's interested, who's listening to you, who you've gotten through the pitch with, that says, yeah, it sounds like it might be a good fit. Great, real quick, jump on demo.cityland.com. Let me show this to you right now. Okay, somebody who you've sent an email to, but they haven't had a chance to look at it yet, haven't had a chance to open it up yet. Real quick, I can save you some time. Jump on demo.cityland.com. You'll know in 2 minutes if you want to do this. It's all just it's just common sense. It's if this guy hasn't looked at my email yet, let me try the demo. If this guy's interested, he's on the phone, he has budget, let me log him on the demo. You're just trying to figure out a way to get this guy from your desk to a closer's desk in a way that's going to push this in the direction of becoming a deal. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. When you get interrupted early out of the gate saying they're not interested, you don't want to say, well, what are you not interested in? You don't want to say, I wouldn't be interested either at this point. You don't want that. All that sounds like is wham, wham, wham. It's not fair, sir. Listen to me, please. That's not going to get you anywhere. Well, I wouldn't be interested at this point either. If it was, that's not what a confident, good salesperson says. That's not what a person with a level head on their shoulders says. Okay. Somebody who sells, somebody who's confident, who's going to do a good job for this person, will try and diffuse that. You're diffusing that by reasoning with these guys. If a guy hits you right out of the gate, I'm not interested in this. Sir, I get it. I know you're probably busy. I know you get a lot of calls. Do me a favor. Let me show this thing to you real quick. I know in 2 minutes, you'll know if you want to do this or not. At that point, you don't like it, I won't ever bug you again. Real quick, jump on demo.cityland.com. Try and push them. No, man, I told you, I'm not going to jump on the website right now. Then do me a favor. Let me send this to you. Before you pass on this, let me send this to you, okay? I'm going to email it to you. Just take a look at this thing. If you still don't like it after you look at it, I'll never bug you again. You're giving them a value, okay? You're being persistent. You're pestering them to the point to where there's a value of saying, I won't bug you again if you just give me a shot. That's what you guys want to do with these guys that are interrupting you, saying that they're not interested right out of the gate. Okay? You're probably catching them at a bad time. Who knows what's going on? Yeah. So you guys just make sure that you guys focus on that, okay? Second call pitch. What's the second call pitch?
Hey, I got great news. I can still offer you full exclusivity.
I got great news. I can still offer you guys full exclusivity. Remember us. We're the company doing the offer, the overnight, the cold calls, the emails, the 45 days of social media, everything. What do you think? You want to get this thing going?
When
Simple. Simple. When do you want to start seeing these customers come in your store? Ask them for the business. By asking them for the business, they are going to tell you what they're either going to say, yeah, let's do it. That happens. I want to see them then. Yeah, let's get it going. That will happen. Be prepared for that. That will happen if you do it every time. Okay, so be prepared for that. Okay, great. Give me a second. Turn the call. That will happen.
I haven't looked at it yet.
I haven't looked at it yet. That's perfect. No worries. Real quick, jump on demo.cityline.com. I'm going to show you 2 minutes right now. Okay, well, here, do me a favor. When can I get 2 minutes just to go over this email with you? That's all I need, 2 minutes. When can you pull it up?
I don't know. You'll have to call me back. I can't do this right now.
Donna, let me ask you a question. Do you like the concept of what we're doing?
It sounds good, but I just don't have time.
Okay, is there anybody else that's involved in making the decision on stuff like this?
No, I'm the decision maker. I can't really get
Okay, no worries. Let's say you like this though. Do you still have money to spend for August, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all I need 2 minutes. 2 minutes. When can I get 2 minutes to show this thing to you?
I don't know. Try me next week.
Next week, that's a long time for friends like us not to talk. All I need is 2 minutes. Here, just real quick, just pull it up. I sent you this email on this
Try me
day.
tomorrow, and if I'm available, I'll take the call.
Okay, Donna, I'm telling you, all I need is 2 minutes. You will know in 2 minutes if you like this or not. If you don't like this, I won't ever bug you again, okay? What time tomorrow can I get the 2 minutes?
I can't guarantee it, but try me tomorrow.
Okay, you want me to call you in the morning? You want me to call you in the afternoon? What works for you?
Morning is fine.
Okay, sounds good, Donna. I'll look forward to talking to you. Okay? See, I'm still pushing. If this guy's still talking to you,
To grab in there, I was like,
if this guy's still talking to you, guess what he could be doing?
Hang up.
He could be hanging up the phone on you, but he could also be spending this time looking at that he's talking to you, that overcome these. He could be spending this time just looking at the email.
Or the demo.
So when the guy says that to you, I don't have time, and you hit him with those rebuttals, and he gives you an objection again, and if he gives you an objection again, fucking take another run at him. Just do me a favor real quick. Rex sent it to you. It's right there in your email. It'll take 2 minutes. Try and go after him again. I can't tell you how many times as a rep I've done this exact thing, and I've said to a guy, and the guy's told me, no, I don't have time to pull up the email, only to be on the demo later in the conversation. Or only to be opening up the email later in the conversation, because I've just started repitching him.
right.
Okay? A lot of these times, if this is happening over and over and over again, okay, where a guy says, I haven't had time to pull up the email, I haven't had time, doesn't ever log on the demo, this is happening over and over and over again with these guys, what do you need to do?
Call them out.
No, you need to repitch them. You need to remind them why they talked to you in the first place. They have forgotten why. That's why they're unwilling to open up the email, unwilling to log on the demos. They've just forgotten what you're fucking talking about. You need to immediately, these guys that they brush you off. This keeps happening, just start pitching them again. Okay, well, just to remind you, remember, we're the company that has a relationship with all these 3 credit bureaus, and then just pitch them again.
Our own BDC.
Just pitch them all over again. Okay, Matt?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of these guys, like we send them an email. By the time, even though it might be the next day or whatever, they might have gotten a ton of emails and might not even know, like, we're calling them back. So repitching them is always going to be beneficial.
You always want to repitch them. That's why the second call reminds them the offer, overnight, cold calls, emails. You're giving them a quick pitch, synopsis of it. But for the guys that keep brushing you off and you keep doing that reminder, then you want to go back into the full pitch with the guy, okay? That's after a couple times you want to do that. Now with the guys that you're sending an email to, that the guy brushes you off the phone, just wants you to send an email, it's super important to nail these guys down, to box them in on a time to pull up that email. That is the most important thing that you can do if you send an email, is to nail this guy down on a time. Find out anyone else involved in making a decision. Do you have budget? When can I get 2 minutes? That's what every single call needs to be. That's what you guys need to do at the end of them. If you are not turning that call, does he make the decision? Does he have budget? When do you get the time? That's going to tell you that's going to tell you your map to how to turn this guy the next time and when to get the deal and how you're going to get this deal. Okay?
Rex, I was going to say, is there a point of name blasting if you have a reference that's in the same brand or whatever in that to get the guy to kind of, listen, I'm doing this right now with so-and-so and so-and-so. All I want to do is get 2 minutes. Or is it just, or not even bring up like?
Yeah, no, you should always know your references on the second, on the second call, third call. If you're not getting these guys, you want to keep things in your back pocket, okay? You want, when you go to the shooting range, you're going to have a better chance of hitting the target if you've got a full clip of bullets than a half a clip of bullets. You're going to have a better chance at hitting your target. So you want to keep things in your gun. You want to keep bullets in your gun. When you throw everything out on the first call, there's a reason why the pitch is designed this way. It's to maximize your opportunities to turn. There are things that don't exist in the pitch that are common questions. There are things that that are statements in here that are meant to bait the guy into asking them about that. There's a method to the madness behind the pitch. There's a method to it, okay? There's a reason why we don't mention references. A reason why we don't mention credit scores in this thing. There's a reason why we don't go into details about any of the ads or any of the other stuff. It's just a very broad statement. And that's the same thing with second calls. Is a lot of these guys, even these guys that we're trying to re-sign, you want to have something new to say to them. Okay? You want to have something different to continue to sell them on it. So you want your first, second call, you want to go about it, that normal way. Hey man, I got great news. Remember us, this is this, offer overnight cold calls. You want to hit them that standard way. And then if that doesn't work for the guy, then try something different on the next call. Hey man, this is the program I'm doing right now with Uber Sox, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Janesville Nissan, Andrew Chevrolet. They're crushing it. Remember us, we're the ones doing the offer, the overnight, and just throw their names in there. That's if you're calling a Wisconsin dealer.
No,
Okay?
that's what Goodell did to me when it was the first call. Pitch, he kept trying to push me off. Hey, just send me an email. I don't have budget till November, and it was like September, and then Josh, I'm standing next to Josh, and Josh basically asked him if he knows Plaza, and he actually used to work at Plaza, and he goes, oh, hold on, and I got it to Josh, and the guy ended up doing a deal like next week.
Yeah.
So
It's
like it really went from that to that, all because of saying
references are extremely important, you guys. The auto industry is it's fairly tight-knit community, especially amongst franchises. These guys know each other. These guys belong to 20 groups where they meet and they talk about advertising. Good news travels fast, bad news travels even faster in this business. So you guys just need to communicate with your director when you're on the phone with a guy who's interested in talking to him. Number one, know your reference as well, but also use that as an opportunity to turn. I can't tell you how many turns I get from James about, just saying, hey, Rex, rattle off some guys to him, well, I think Dennis Adam became a deal, was that kind of turn. I asked him if he knew the guys at Greevy Chrysler or Hernstein Chrysler. He knew one of them. He called him, and then boom, he's a deal. It's all little stuff that you guys need to add into your pitch that you just have to use your judgment on when to add that.